Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to share with you the actual pricing for $15,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 53-year-old female. Now, first thing I recommend is actually going to our website and checking out our free quoters. And we've got one on pretty much just about every page. But all you need to do is click the state that you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way, and select the coverage amount, put your birthday in there, the rest of the info, click Get Quotes Now. It will take you to a page that has the best insurance companies that offer the lowest pricing. And what that will allow you to do is to avoid those policies out there that have teaser rates that are really small, that offer no coverage amount hardly at all. And then when you get on the phone with these insurance companies, they try to upsell you and get more money out of you. We'll help you avoid that. We'll also help you avoid those 2-year waiting period companies where in many cases, they will be right around 200% more expensive than first aid coverage. So we can help you out with that too. You can always call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456, and one of our agents can help you out as well. Now, the first thing you should probably ask yourself as a 53-year-old female looking for $15,000 worth of insurance is that $15,000 going to be enough for your final expense needs? Now, typically, final expenses, we're talking about either cremation or burial. Now, for a cremation, the average cost of a cremation in the United States right now is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you just come home in a cardboard box or an urn after being cremated. And if you're going to have some sort of ceremony or celebration of life or remembrance ceremony in addition to the cremation, it's probably going to be around $3,500 to $4,500. So we would typically recommend for that cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, probably around $5,000 to $7,000 worth of coverage. So you might be saying, well, $5,000 worth of coverage, the cremation's only $2,000. What's going on there? Well, you're a 53-year-old female. You probably want to make it to 63, 73, maybe even 83. And we know that the price of things go up over time due to inflation. So by getting a little more coverage than you need right now and locking in your lowest rates, you actually inflation-proof your plan. And then God forbid if you died a little bit sooner than you thought you were, there's a little bit extra money there that you can use or your family can use or loved ones can use to pay any miscellaneous final expenses or medical bills or credit card bills or something like that. But it just builds in some extra cushion there. And for the cremation where you have the ceremony, we probably recommend between $7,000 to $10,000 for all the reasons we just mentioned before here. Now, if you're going to get not cremated, if you're going to get buried, then the average cost of burial right now is right around $10,000. And, if you walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States with a $10,000 check, they'll get it done. It's not going to be anything fancy, but they should get it done. Just, it's hard to imagine that they would say no and let you walk out the door and take that $10,000 check to one of their competitors 2 blocks down the road. But yeah, just understand, it's not going to be anything fancy. So we would typically recommend for a 53-year-old, either probably like $10,000, $15,000, or $20,000, just depending on your financial needs. If all you can afford is $10,000, get the $10,000 now, and we can always help you out another $5,000 or $10,000 later. But that covers your most immediate needs right now. So that's not a bad way of doing it. We can be flexible like that. But one thing we always recommend is first aid coverage or benefits. We do not recommend those plans with 2-year waiting periods, and I'm going to get into that in a moment. But first aid coverage or benefits, what that means is hypothetically, if your plan were approved and issued today and you died tomorrow, the insurance company would have to pay out that $15,000 or $20,000 or $25,000, whatever it is. That's the best coverage. It's going to get you the lowest pricing. Now, a lot of people would say, Randy, I like that first aid coverage, but I know those policies, they ask health questions, and I'm not in the best of health. So to that we say, hey, your health is our worry, not your worry, at least from an insurance standpoint. But that's why we work with so many different insurance companies, because they all have different health questions and they all have different underwriting. And 90 to 95% of the time right now, we are getting people approved for first aid coverage or benefits. Really, the only reason we wouldn't be able to is if you had a really significant health issue going on, like maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or maybe you had dementia, or you were on dialysis, or in a hospital, or in a nursing home, or something like that. So yeah, it'd have to be something fairly significant like that. If that's the case, we would refer you out to a different company more than likely. But the other thing that tends to happen, seems like on a weekly basis, is we'll get a call from somebody and they'll say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week and we don't have any money, and they didn't have any insurance, and now their body's down at the funeral home, and the funeral director is not going to do anything till he gets money. So we need to get this insurance really quick so we can get the funeral home director paid. We have to let them know that there is no insurance company in the United States right now that's going to issue and approve a policy on a dead person. It does not work that way. You actually have to be alive to qualify for this insurance. And it's a really terrible deal that this person, they knew they were going to pass away someday. They probably thought about getting this insurance, but they never did anything about it. Now their family's suffering the consequences, and they're going to have to figure out how to pay for this thing. And most of the time that involves putting it on a credit card. Will they be paying back 26% interest? And what a terrible legacy to leave behind, that you just didn't take care of this. And now every time your name comes up, people are going to remember how they had to pay this off for you, or probably how they're already still paying it off for you years and years later. So don't be that person. That is not the legacy you want to leave behind. Now, one thing we don't recommend is plans with 2-year waiting periods. Now, Colonial Penn is one of the more, I don't know, maybe well-known companies out there. I guess that'd be the right word. I think it's because they just advertise that $9.95 plan so much. And if you didn't know this, that $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period plan. Ouch, you did not know that, did you? Yeah, 2-year waiting period, which means it's not going to pay anything in the first 2 years if you die of a health or medical reason. Yikes, yeah. They're not the only company, though. There's Mutual of Omaha, there's United of Omaha, Line, AIG, Gerber, just a host of other different insurance companies that they may only offer 2-year waiting period plans. And some of these companies have done a pretty dang good job of convincing, the American public that's over age 50 that, the only thing they'll qualify for is a plan with a 2-year waiting period, to which we say, don't believe such nonsense, because we help people with first aid coverage all day long. Why would you accept a 2-year waiting period plan? That is not smart. But, our 53-year-old female is probably watching that $9.95 Colonial Penn commercial, probably thinking she's so smart because she got in front of this at age 53. She's probably thinking for $9.95, she's going to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for $9.95. Then she talks with a Colonial Penn agent or looks it up online like we have done here on their website, and sees that for a 53-year-old female, $9.95 is only going to buy $1,845 worth of insurance. Now, that would probably be enough to take care of a cremation right now in most areas of the country, but it's got a 2-year waiting period, and it's not going to pay out a penny if you die in the next 2 years of any health or medical issue at all. So, yeah, a lot of people would say that these companies that offer these teaser rates, really low rates, that they're just designed to get you to call in, after which they will upsell you to a more expensive plan because it was so little coverage in the first place for that teaser rate. And we would never say that about Colonial Penn, but some people would. And I guess you're just going to have to formulate that opinion yourself after seeing the rates here. But let's see, we're looking for $15,000. We got to figure out what that's going to be. Is that like 11 units? Oh, no, that's too much. They make it difficult. You got to go by these units things. So, no, it's not 16. We got to go down to 8. That's as close as we're going to get right there to $15,000, $14,760, because you can't buy $15,000 on the nose if you're a 53-year-old female, because then they couldn't offer that $9.95 teaser rate. So that is roughly I don't know, $14,760 for $80 roughly. But let's go see what this thing would be with first day coverage. See if we could save you some money. I bet we can. Let's take a look here. So we got $15,000 female, age 53. Here we go. Hang on to your boots. Again, this is around $80 for not even $15,000. Look at this. We can get this company here. Let me go show you up here again. It's $15,000 right there. We can get that for $36 versus $80. So, you know, would you rather have $15,000 for $36 or $14,760 for roughly $80? Yeah, so gosh, I mean, just please, please, please be a smart shopper. If you're not a smart shopper, call us. We'll help you be a smart shopper. This is level coverage, first day coverage. You know, if you go with Colonial Penn, they're going to overcharge you. They're going to overcharge you. 36. So that would be 36 minus 79. It's like $27 a month more. Why would you ever want to pay $27 a month more? And they will allow you to pay that, to overpay that for the rest of your life, and sock you with the 2-year waiting period. So 27 times 12 is roughly $324. And if our 53-year-old female lives another 10 years, that'd be an extra $3,240 roughly that you would overpay. $1,000 plan. My gosh, if you live 20 years, you'd overpay around $6,400 roughly. So why would you ever do that? I don't know. It makes no sense. Let us help you out there. Let's look at some other companies here. We'll go down a little bit. You'll be able to see all these different companies. Well, here's one. I mean, we're at 36 here versus like Lumico here. We see them once in a while. It's level coverage, but it's 51. So that's like $15 more a month. That's $180 more a year. After 10 years, that would be an extra $1,800, $1,800. Why would you just happily give away $1,800? We'd rather you keep that money in your own pocket instead of giving it to an insurance company. Be a smart consumer. If you don't know how to be a smart consumer, let us help you be a smart consumer. But let's look at here. You know, Lincoln Heritage. Here's another one. They're a fine company, I guess, except for that pricing. Gee, it's a bit expensive. Level coverage. It is first day coverage, but yeah, it's expensive. And the reason is Lincoln Heritage has got a deal where when you pass away, they will supposedly call 2-3 different funeral homes to get the lowest pricing and maybe do a couple of other things, but it's not free. They charge for it. It's $55 versus $36. So just round about roughly $20 more a month. That's $240 a year. And if you live 10 years, you'd roughly pay around $2,400, probably around $2,300 more that you'd be paying just roughly. So you got to ask yourself, is it worth paying an insurance company an extra $2,300, $2,400 just to call 2 or 3 funeral homes, maybe do a couple other things that only takes an hour or so? So a lot of people would say that's a pretty darn good payday for the insurance company. We tend to agree with that. So we say don't do that. Go with the lower price insurance company. And then what we do is we provide a free funeral and estate planning guide at Funeral Funds of America. And what you do is you just download that off our website and then print it out and then complete it. And just write in there who gets what and what goes where and what you want to happen after you're gone. And then when you're done with that, keep that with your insurance policy. Now, when you pass away, your family's protected not only financially, but emotionally. You'll have the insurance policy to pay for everything you want done. And you'll have that funeral and estate planning guide to tell them what you want done. And you'll provide them such peace of mind because they won't have to worry about doing the wrong thing for you. They'll just do exactly what you requested, and you provide the money to do it. And what a wonderful gift of love. What a wonderful legacy to leave behind, that you not only loved them so much that you took care of them in life, but you took care of them after you were gone. And that's actually when they're going to need you the most. And even though you're gone physically, you'll still be there with the policy and the funeral and estate planning guide. What a wonderful legacy to leave behind. So go to our website, Funeral Funds of America, and you can, we've actually got a special quote for our YouTube viewers, funeralfunds.com/YouTube, and you can get the most discounts and get the best rates. You can call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. One of our agents can help you understand your options and any other questions you have. They'll be able to answer that for you. But whether you've got an existing policy and you want to price shop it to see if you got the lowest rates, or just find out if you can add coverage to it, we can help you out with that. And if you are looking for a brand new policy, or maybe just had some questions or needed some things clarified so that you better understand what might be best for you, we can help you out with that. But we look forward to the day when we can actually help you get the most amount of insurance for the least amount of money. And we can't wait to help you out with this. Until that day comes, though, you stay safe, you take care, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.